All right, folks, it's time to start bringing stuff to life. I love animation. It's really the reason why I'm here. I love clicking and dragging and making a sphere, and then in 2 seconds, bringing it to life and giving it a personality. Animation is created when we take a series of still images called frames and play them in a consecutive order. Another thing we need to be aware of when we're talking about animation is the concept of keyframes. Keyframes is a traditional animation term that refers to the key points of an object that's animating. Let's say, for example, you had a bouncing ball. The keyframes, or the really important parts, were typically drawn by the big bucks animators, the ones that got paid all the cash. And so the big bucks animators might draw a keyframe of the ball up, and then a ball hitting the ground, and then the ball up at the top of the arch after it's already bounced. Again, those frames would be called the keyframes. Then the project would be shipped off to the junior animators, or maybe somewhere else internationally where labor is a little bit cheaper. And those lower paid animators would create the frames in between the keyframes. And this process of creating the in-between frames is called tweening. Now, as you can see, these terms were created for traditional hand-drawn animation, but that terminology still carries over and is used today. The good news is that you and I, as operators of 3ds Max, are the big bucks animators. We create the keyframes. We specify where that ball should be when, and then Max calculates automatically the frames in between. Watch how easy it is to animate in 3ds Max. I'm going to select a sphere, make it in the top view, right-click to get out of creation mode. So far, nothing new, right? We just have a basic sphere. Now I'm going to go into auto key mode. I'll discuss auto key mode a little bit more in the next segment. But now all we have to do, once we've turned on auto key mode, is move a time slider in time and transform this object in some way. I am going to move this up. Instantly, we see these little boxes pop up in the timeline, here and here. Guess what, folks? Those little boxes are the keyframes. So as I hit the home key, and then the now familiar question mark key from the last chapter, we've created our first animation. It's just that simple. I'm going to hit the question mark to stop that. So you could see how fun, quick, and easy it is to animate in 3ds Max. So let's talk about more of these principles related to animation so that we can do more than just move a ball up and down.